Hey, Eris got here, and it's time to talk about Bleach. And this episode, we finally have the long-awaited Uryuu versus Ichigo fight, and it was awesome. And especially the music hit at the right places. The fight between them, not just being a fight in power, more being a internal conflict between them and what's happening with Uryuu and Ichigo after everything that Yuhabach did here. And this episode, Okitake is still putting in a lot of work, so let's get into it and talk about it. Now, I liked how at the start Yuhabak just freezes all of them just to not stop him from going after Mimihagi, and Ichigo finally being able to break away the control and going to confront Yuhabach, and Yoruichi doing everything she could. She even put up that barrier around the king. I mean, I knew it wasn't gonna work, but I'm so happy to see all of them contributing to this. Even Ginjo in this episode, he was actually really good, even though he doesn't stand a chance against anybody there. I like him still being willing and able to face people much stronger than him, and here Yoruichi with the barrier and Ichigo doing everything he can to stop Yuhabak, but I like the internal conflict even more. Ichigo is going through a lot of things right now, and Yuhabak even said that, why aren't you even able to fight against the one that killed your mother? Never able to go for the kill, or why do you even see me as an enemy? Why are you trying to stop me? And Yoruichi, this is where the episode takes the forefront of the conflict between Uryuu and Ichigo, because Yoruichi gets shot in the shoulder in the back by an arrow coming from Uryuu Ishida here, and Yuhabak is able to get past Ichigo here, and Yoruichi trying to stop him, but Pernida comes in and just breaks open Yoruichi's arm. And I'm not gonna go into who or what Pernida is, just it's gonna be really interesting when we get the reveal that if you've read the manga, of course, you know even more after all of the breadcrumbs we have gotten throughout here and everything that has been happening. But Pernida is gonna be important a bit later here, and Yuhabak just blasts Yoruichi out of the palace there, and Uryuu going in to block Ichigo. Now, this is very focused on Uryuu versus Ichigo, and Yuhabak in the background trying to stop Mimihagi. He actually rips most of it away, but it's not gonna be that simple. We're gonna get back to that, and there's a post-credit scene. If you haven't seen it, go back, watch the episode, and then come back here, of course. But I really like how much faith Ichigo has in Uryuu, considering everything they've been through, even more how the conflict is between Quincy's and Shinigami. And Uryuu, I'm not gonna go into spoilers what comes after, but here in this case, he's more than putting up a show. He's very confident, he's saying all of the right things, he's declaring everything he can that he's standing by Yuhabak, and despite all of that, Ichigo can't believe it here, and Uryuu being very, very serious about it. And when the fight starts, when the music is so good. If you guys have the song, link it to me down in the comments below. I'd love to have the entire song there, and things get even harder, and they have Asking Gerard and Lille Barrow showing up there, and when the fight starts, Ichigo versus Uryuu looks so good between them. And Ichigo is even able to block one of the arrows with Blood Vein there, and actually shocking Uryuu to say the least, and him still trying to reason with him. Now, I know a lot of people, I've seen some of them already talking about here what happened. Ichigo can obliterate Uryuu. Like, if it's just power levels, Ichigo wins. But this isn't about that. He hesitates, he doesn't go for the kills, he doesn't want to actually kill Uryuu. That's not the point of the fight. This is more of an internal conflict between them, their choices, everything that happened. Not just a straight power fight with techniques and so on. It's also that, but Ichigo is not going for the kill. Just keep that in mind. I get it, power scalers can go wild, but this isn't about who's the strongest, because Ichigo is much stronger than Uryuu here. But yeah, after this, Ichigo still trying to reason with him, and Uryuu pressing kind of the same buttons as Yuhabach. You had the chance to kill me. Why don't you go for it? And even more, the world doesn't need Shinigami, and he releases his Voldy tag. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. I'm really bad with names, and I like how it looks very similar to Byakuya's and Bonzakura, but instead of flower blade petals, it's more like flying arrows and arrow heads here. And Ichigo was throughout the fight on the defensive intentionally, doing his best not to fully fight back against Uryuu here. He actually even loses one of his small swords there, and in the background I like how Ginjo throwing his balls at the trio, Gerard and the others, and even having a sinkhole for them. Wasn't gonna work out, but hey, in the end it still worked, and Chad didn't lose. No, I refuse to believe that. Chad didn't lose. He didn't use his full power. That was 0.1% a warning shot. I can't imagine Chad losing. So that's it. Chad is just waiting for the perfect time there, and then we still have Mimihagi versus Yuhabach. Ukitake, to say he put a lot of work would be an understatement here in this episode, and Mimihagi. Then even more, the fight between Ichigo and Uryuu. There, the way he put him into that sphere of arrows blasting him. Ichigo still held hope for Uryuu there, and Gerard blasts Chad, or him and Ginjo away. Remember, Chad didn't lose. But the final confrontation, I'm speedrunning a bit between the fight, because yes, you can go back and forth between the fight, but like I said already, this isn't about who's stronger. Ichigo is stronger than Uryuu. But here what's happening, Uryuu betraying them, Ichigo can't believe that, and he's trying to deal with what's happening in front of him and everything that happened between them. And in the final attack here, Uryuu preparing one final blast, and Ichigo does a Jujisho blast, and he actually wins. They crossed beams, and he's stronger, like, very easily. And remember, he still hasn't used his Bankai, didn't go full power, everything against this. If he just wanted simply to win the fight and kill Uryuu, he could have done that very easily. But even this Jujisho blast goes past Uryuu. He didn't intend to actually hit him, despite of everything here. And Uryuu fires an arrow at Ichigo and actually blasts him, and he falls down here. So technically, Uryuu won the fight and even gets accepted for the other. Gerard says, "Hey, good job, newbie. You're one of us here." But yeah, unfortunately, after this we have the post-credit scene, and Mimihagi doing its best to stop Yuhabach, but it's not gonna work, and all of them start giving power to Yuhabach, and he tears apart Mimihagi and starts absorbing the Spirit King, the Soul King. And if you thought he was strong before, yeah, Yuhabach is just gonna be in straight right now. But this episode, the conflict between them, awesome regard. This has been leading up for quite a while with Uryuu and Ichigo finally facing off, and now Ichigo out of the picture, at least for a bit. Things are looking very grim for the Soul Society world, and Urahara has to speed up his plans. Even he said it himself. Ukitake is barely holding on anything he had. He gave it all for this, and Yuhabach just going even more insane. But I really liked the fight, the conflict here between Uryuu and Ichigo. It looked awesome. I need more, man. This is gonna be so great. Bleach here, we're eating so good. The animation, the music, the fighting, the extra scenes here has been awesome. But Ashwald has been paying a lot of attention over Uryuu, so keep that in mind there. Here, and I can't wait for next week. I want to go into spoilers so badly, but I think I'm just gonna stick episode to episode. And I know there are a lot of people that are doing manga to anime comparison, especially DB Zimmerman. If you guys don't know about him, you probably know he's much bigger than me, but he does an awesome job at breaking down the differences between the manga and the anime. So make sure you check out his channel and everything, especially if you want more Bleach. But yeah, I'm still gonna stick just anime, and I'm not gonna reread the manga. I remember a lot of it, but I also wanna be surprised by the new additions, since everything that we've gotten here, and I'm not gonna go into spoilers with that, so we're just gonna stick with the anime. But I'm so happy with what we're getting here. Ichigo versus Uryuu was awesome, and please remember, this wasn't about power. Please, I don't wanna repeat myself more times with that here, but Ichigo is going through a lot of things right now, and he has to face not just somebody really powerful with Yuha Bach, but also his internal things, to say the least, and what has been happening with Uryuu. But overall, great episode. Can't wait for more, and then we're still gonna have Aizen on the horizon, to say the least, and the poem at the end of the episode. We have so many cool things coming up, so I'm really curious. What do you guys think about the fight between Uryuu and Ichigo, and especially with Ichigo hesitating to go for the kill there, and everything else in the episode? Let me know in the comments below, and as always, thank you very much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, helps me quite a lot, and you guys get the latest videos on the series that I follow. So keep enjoying Bleach. I'm gonna see you again on the next one. Bye bye.